show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, princess, now when did you last let your heart decide? I can open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride, a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. A whole new world, a point of view. No one to tell us no, or where to go, or say we're only dreaming. On a whole new world. I never knew, but when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you. Unbelievable sights, indescribable feeling, soaring, tumbling, freewheeling through an endless diamond sky. A whole new world, 100,000 things to see. I'm like a shooting star, I've come so far, I can't go back to where I used to be. A whole new world, with new horizons to pursue. I'll chase them anywhere, there's time to spare. Let me share this whole new world with you.
Judgment. This is a perfect example of it trying to save Obamacare, which is
You said you want to end Obamacare. You said you want to end Obamacare. You also said you want to make coverage accessible for people with pre-existing conditions. How do you force insurance companies to do that if you're no longer mandating that every American get insurance?
You're going to have plans.
What does that mean?
Well, I'll tell you what it means. You're going to have plans that are so good because we're going to have so much competition in the insurance industry. Once we break out the lines and allow the competition to come.
Are you going to have a mandate that Americans have to have health insurance?
President Obama, by keeping those lines, the boundary lines around each state, whether we like it or not, and we can be very politically correct, but whether we like it or not, there is a problem. And we have to be sure that Muslims come in and report when they see something going on. When they see hatred going on after, for example, in San Bernardino. Many people saw the bombs all over the apartment of the two people that killed 14 and wounded many, many people. Horribly wounded. They'll never be the same.
It makes me mad.
Muslims
This
have
whole
to
thing makes me
report
mad.
the problems when they see them. And, you know, there's always a reason for everything. If they don't do that, it's a very difficult situation for our country. Because you look at Orlando, and you look at San Bernardino, and you look at the World Trade Center, go outside, you look at Paris, look at that horrible, these are radical Islamic terrorists. And she won't even mention the word, and nor will President Obama. He won't use the term radical Islamic terrorism. Now, to solve a problem, you have to be able to state what the problem is, or at least say the name. She won't say the name, and President Obama won't say the name, but the name is there. It's radical Islamic terror. And before you solve it, you have to say the name.
Secretary Clinton.
Well, thank you for asking your question, and I've heard this question from a lot of Muslim Americans across our country, because unfortunately there's been a lot of very divisive, dark things said about Muslims, and even someone like Captain Khan, the young man who sacrificed Donald. I want to say just a couple of things. First, we've had Muslims in America since George Washington. And we've had many successful Muslims. We just lost a particularly well-known one with Muhammad Ali. My vision of America is an America where everyone has a place. If you're willing to work hard, you do your part, you contribute to the community. That's what America is. That's what we want America to be for our children and our grandchildren. It's also very short-sighted and even dangerous to be engaging in the kind of demagogic rhetoric that Donald has about Muslims. We need American Muslims to be part of our eyes and ears on our front lines. I've worked with a lot of different Muslim groups around America. I've met with a lot of them, and I've heard how important it is for them to feel that they are wanted and included and part of our country, part of our homeland security.
He would have been alive today. The Muslim ban is something that in some form has morphed into a extreme vetting from
Did you know whether or not the Muslim ban still stands?
It's called extreme vetting. We are going to areas like Syria where they're coming in by the tens of thousands because of Barack Obama, and Hillary Clinton wants to allow a 550% increase over Obama. People are coming into our country like we have no idea who they are, where they are from, what their country is, and she wants 550% more. This is going to be the great Trojan horse of all time. We have enough problems in this country.
When you get
I'm building safe sites. I believe in having other, as an example, the Gulf states who are not carrying their weight, but they have nothing but money, and take care of people. But I don't want to have, with all the problems this country has and all of the problems that you see going on,
I like this guy behind him.
thousands of people coming in from Syria where we know nothing about them. We know nothing about their values, and we know nothing about their love for our country.
And Secretary Clinton, let me ask you about that, because you have asked for an increase from 10 to 65,000 Syrian refugees.
Which is
We
not
know
very
you
many
want
people in a
tougher
country.
vetting.
They're not people.
So why take the risk of having those refugees come into the country?
Well, first of all, I will not let anyone into our country that I think poses a risk to us.
They're coming to our country. We have many. When we want to send them back to their country says we don't want them. In some cases, they're murderers, drug lords, drug problems. And they don't want them. Hillary Clinton, when she was Secretary of State, said we can't force it into their country.
Yeah, the United States has the biggest
force them right back into their country.
It's continually borne out by
very
you
bad
and
people. And I will tell you very strongly, when Bernie Sanders said she had bad judgment, she has really bad judgment, because we are letting people into this country that are going to cause problems and crime like you've never...
From Friday, probably the strategy for Clinton going into this was have a fine debate. If it's a wash, that's fine. If he self-destructs, even better. But he is still losing, and he will have to really have an amazing performance over the next 30 days to beat her. So overall, looking at this through the lens of an undecided voter, I think probably this didn't move the needle. It probably stopped some of the bad news for Donald Trump that might have come tomorrow in terms of further defections. But I think Hillary Clinton is still in the lead in this race, and we still have 30 days to go, or a little less than that, and there's still a lot more oppo that's about to be dropped. Wolf.